Hey everybody, it's Subby with Midwest Mezzo, and we're going to continue our four-part series on what creates thunderstorms, and more specifically severe thunderstorms. So if you guys remember, for the first two we talked a little bit about moisture, we talked about instability, and today we are going to talk about lifting mechanisms. So let's jump over to lifting mechanisms. Now, thunderstorms develop when moist, unstable air is lifted and cooled and causes water vapor to condense and form clouds and precipitation. Now, several lifting mechanisms can initiate this process. So we have frontal lifting, that's where a warm air rises over cold air. We have convective lifting, where surface heating causes warm air to rise, and orographic lifting, and that's where air is forced over mountains. So a little bit more detailed explanation on that if we take a look at the frontal lifting. Now, when a cold air mass collides with a warm, moist air mass, the denser cold air forces the warm air to rise. Now, this upward motion creates a region of instability, leading to the formation of towering cumulonimbus clouds and thunderstorms. Examples include cold fronts and warm fronts. Now we go on to convective lifting. Now, convective lifting, sunlight heats the Earth's surface, causing the air near the ground to warm and become less dense. Well, this warm, less dense air rises, carrying moisture with it. And as the air rises and cools, water vapor condenses, forming clouds and potentially leading to thunderstorms. Local winds like sea breezes and land breezes can also contribute to convective lifting. Now we go to orographic lifting. Now, when air encounters a mountain range, it is forced to rise up the slopes of the mountain. Now, as the air rises, it cools, condenses, potentially forming clouds of precipitation, including thunderstorms. This process is particularly effective when moist air is moving across mountains, such as the Rocky Mountains, and that's where we get a lot of the lifting here in the Midwest. Now, there are other lifting mechanisms such as dry lines. You guys heard me mention several times in live streams about outflow boundaries. That's the leading edge of cooled air from a thunderstorm that can push warm, moist air upwards, creating new storms. There's convergence zones. That's where areas where winds converge can also force air upwards. And of course, jet streams. Strong winds aloft can help destabilize the atmosphere and enhance thunderstorm development. So that right there are main lifting mechanisms, and you have to have that in order for severe thunderstorms and thunderstorms in general to actually develop. So we will finish up with part 4 of our 4-part series, and that will be on wind shear, and that will be our next lesson here at your headquarters for Weather IQ. Take care, have a great day.